Hey guys, Tyler here. Welcome back to Vampire Survivors. New update just came out with actually a ton of new stuff. I cannot believe I just grabbed that. There was like no XP on the ground. Okay, I take that back. There was a little bit, but certainly not what I was hoping for. Anyways, I'm going to go for a pretty strange build because nothing really matters to me except for the weapon that I started with. That's right, Runetracer has finally gotten an evolution. I have been talking forever about how this is one of the best non-evolved weapons in the game, and now that it's evolved, I'm curious to see how strong the evolution is. Now, I didn't actually think this would get an evolution forever just because it was without one for so long, but if Pentagram could get one, I guess it's only fair for Runetracer to get one too. And this build is going to be about Runetracer on Dairy Plant, Hyper Mode, 50% Curse, because I don't think I beat this before. I guess I did with the Reaper, but that was the Reaper. Thought I'd instead do it with the normal-ish character, one that starts with Runetracer at least, because I do have noticed that this game has a little bit of power creep, at least as the updates have gone by. Stuff has been getting more powerful, so why not start with a less powerful character? Now, if you're realizing that Runetracer does give an evolution, what the hell evolves it? And I will be getting it this run. I do know what it does, and I'll give you a hint. It's one of the items that's for free on this map. Now, that doesn't actually narrow it down much in the grand scheme of things, because I'm pretty sure there's only 3 items that don't have an evolution, or don't evolve a weapon, rather. That would be, well, the wings and armor, as you can see on this map, and also the stone mask. If there's a 4th one, I guess I'm forgetting about it, but it's hard to remember this stuff, so only eliminating stone mask is not even that life-changing as far as narrowing things down. I am glad it's not the stone mask, because that means I would have had to get the stone mask, and I don't want to get the stone mask. I want to instead get this other stuff. Now, as far as the item goes, I don't want to pick it up yet, just because I would greedily like to have it as a bonus item. I would prefer to get it after I've already gotten 6 or 7 items in my inventory, and then just make it, well, a 7th or beyond. Same with Candelabrador, and I can't remember the Attractor, that's what it's called. Same with those. I would prefer to get 10 items. It's greedy, I know, but there are a ton of items that will make Runetracer better that aren't on this map. I mean, think about it. Spinach for damage, Empty Tome for cooldown, Duplicator for projectiles. I did already get Spellbinder. It levels up Bible, but Runetracer is extra good for it, and Bracer has excellent synergy with this, so I really want to get as much as possible, and I want to give myself enough opportunities to mulligan if it comes to that. I don't think it will, but it may. You never know. Now, in addition to the new evolution for the weapon, there's actually a ton of other new stuff. There is a new character, which I assume I'll unlock. There is a new map, which I have to play enough of Dairy Plant to get, so another reason why I'm on Dairy Plant. Gotta get to, I think, wave 60 to unlock this new map. That'll be fun. I think there's like a new game mode or a new setting, maybe something to the degree of hyper mode, I think is the idea. And yeah, there's other new stuff. Do I want to go guns? I'm gonna just take Bible instead, and let's roll with that. Now I gotta be careful. I mean, I'm not leveling up that much, but I'm still getting my ass beat. At least I have a revive, and here we go. Get a little bit of upgrades. Awesome. 3. Lucky me. A good start for all of this. I mean, that might be the power spike I needed, to be honest. Now I just need to heal up, and I'll be fine. Here, though, I do want some more Runetracer stuff. I've been getting a lot of Bible. I've been getting a lot of Santa Water. I'll take Bracer, since it's offered. Ooh, here we go. Well, I gotta go Santa Water. I could have gone Laurel. Sometimes not a bad thing, because this run is going to be entirely about Runetracer. Maybe I do want to go Laurel and Clockline set and just see how big a damage this can get. I don't know. Oh, Runetracer's at level 8 already. So, I was saying that maybe I don't want to get the item that early, but I did happen to get Runetracer to level 8 already. So I am tempted to just go and bum rush the item now. How did this happen? It wasn't even the 4-minute mark when I got level 8. This character does get faster projectiles as she levels up. I think up to 15% faster projectiles. So at level 30, I'll be maxed out. At least I think that's how it goes. So I should have fun with that. Let's go Bibles again. I will go take it. It's the armor. Gonna make my way towards it. because maybe they've changed it finally so that you can get evolved weapons before the 10-minute mark. I know on the bonus map, it's the one where the Reaper shows up at 15 minutes. I know on that map, you can get, well, I guess the first chest is at 10 minutes, so actually never mind that. You know what's crazy about this update, though? Despite the amount of stuff that I talked about being added in this update, apparently this isn't even the big update. Damn you, skeletons. Okay, I can get past you guys. I just gotta wait till it's open. There we go. Give me the armor. Just gonna lock it in right now. So if I can kill this elite, and if the chest happens to give me the good, I'll be extra happy. Let's see. Do I get an evolved weapon? And, oh, I do! They did change it. Or maybe it's just for this map. Maybe it's a special feature. So it's called, I missed the name. Okay, now I'm going to look this up. How dare you? Okay, I found it. It's called No Future. It explodes per bounce and also triggers an explosion if you get hit. I have no idea why the description went away, but let's check it out. 5-minute thing. Hopefully I don't die. Oh, there's the explosion. I can't see it. Oh, I see it now. Oh, it's fast. Oh, this is fun. This is really fun to look at. Well, since I know I can get evolved weapons really well to get Bible to level 8. Yeah, look at those fireworks go. I think I actually want to stand here. Just because I'm really close to a building, so I can get a lot more bounces. Now, what seems to change, though, is that this is not the same Runetracer where there's like a billion projectiles bouncing around. This is just the one fast projectile. It seems like it's permanent and it just explodes with every bounce. So I really want to stay somewhere where there's a bunch of things it can bounce off of, just near a wall or something, but these enemies aren't going down that easily. And I don't know if Candelabrador is good. Like, it doesn't even look like there is a projectile. Actually, okay, it doesn't look like there's a projectile itself, but it does seem like there are multiple of them. So maybe the base amount was 1, and then I got +1 from the duplicator power-up I have. Maybe Candelabrador makes the beam itself bigger as well as the explosion bigger. I mean, it has to help, but I bet it's not as impactful as stuff like Spinach. I mean, Spinach has to be way more impactful, and Bracer has to be impactful because I imagine it still has maximum speed. Now, maybe Empty Tome doesn't do anything. It's pretty cool. I like how it looks, but I feel like we haven't even come close to activating its maximum power. Now, watch as this slowly becomes more and more powerful. I should take armor right now. I want to heal, and also, once I get Bible, I can level up. Yeah, okay, evolved weapons early. I feel like this is a dairy plant thing. But this is not supposed to be their major update. In the patch notes, they were talking about how they have a major update on the horizon, which is obscene to me. You know what? Why don't I go knife? I never go knife. Why don't I go knife for the heck of it? Yeah, they have a huge update on the horizon with a new mechanic or a new game mode. They haven't... I haven't read into exactly what it is, but it apparently is a huge game changer, more than anything they've added in this update, and it's crazy how fast this update came out. I saw it came out in the beta just a couple days ago, and I was really hoping it would be delayed for selfish purposes. I'll talk about that a little bit more later, but they just came out with this after releasing the beta just a day and a half ago, so very prolific dev. You know, hats off to them. I kind of want to reroll here. Don't want to go guns, don't want to go pentagram. Just going to reroll. And I'm just not taking them because I've done enough of them already. I think I'm going to go for Laurel and Clock Lancet next. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe I should eliminate an enemy. Or just go knife. Empty Tome acquired, wonderful. Spellbinder upgrade. Spellbinder upgrade, nice, this is looking good. Now I'm just missing Duplicator, which will obviously still be solid, even though it's not exactly what I'm looking for. No, never mind. It's going to buff the weapon. If anything, I should have gone for a character that gets more projectiles as it levels up. That would have been way better. Someone like Mortaccio, because when you start with one projectile, the buff you get from that character is obscene. Absolutely game-changing. Hey, it's the stone mask. How about no? Whoa, I don't know why it was freezing. That was weird. I did want to go Clock Lancet. Laurel is a little bit more optional. Clock Lancet is the better of the two, but I'll probably still take Laurel for the heck of it and just tank and have a fun time with that. Yeah, I don't know why it's lagging now. Well, I guess they can't get everything perfect in development. What are they going to do? Why is it freezing? Here's what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to go to options, and I'm actually going to turn flashing VFX on, see if that changes anything. I'm going to reroll here. I did get Laurel. Yeah, let's lock it down. So now I'm just looking for exactly Duplicator. I hope I get it. Either way, it's a cool evolution, but I am going to stand by the fact that I don't think it's that strong. That's why I'm hoping for Duplicator. I get Duplicator, the damage will literally double. I mean, going from 2 projectiles to 4 will be life-changing. I guess I do realize I do fire this weapon. So Empty Tome actually does benefit it, but admittedly, Bracer's still going to be good for damage. I got Duplicator. Awesome. Got the nuts. Let's go. I'll take Bracer here, and then I'll just level up damage as much as I can. How about take Knife, though? Now I can make my way to Candelabrador, and then I will have maxed out damage. Duplicator is the biggest bump by far. I've now doubled my damage, and it shows. Holy shredding, this is nice. This is super nice. Unless the enemies just got easier. Like, admittedly, is the top of a minute. So I guess I could have gotten a different send of enemies. But there's still a ton of them. And I think I'm just that much more powerful. This is great. Also, I haven't had any stuttering problems since turning on flashing VFX. So I think they're just permanently on at this point. So if you have epilepsy, you probably have not watched any Vampire Survivors videos since you watched the first one and knew it wasn't for you. But for those who might be slightly sensitive, it's just gonna have to be this way. It prevents lag somehow. But in one of my recent videos, it did get very high in the epilepsy. So maybe come the late game, I'll turn off flashing VFX again and hopes that makes it better. Because in my opinion, it's like the main thing you notice isn't really the flashing VFX right now. It's kind of the explosions, which actually are not that hard on the eyes, at least in my humble opinion. This would be insane in the library. You just get behind one of the, I can't think of what it's called, the table, right? You get in between the table and the bookshelf. You know that spot I stood when beating the Reaper after the 30-minute mark? You just get in there, it'd be explosions up the ass. Literally and metaphorically. There would be so many of them, and they would be in my ass for sure. It would probably break the record for highest DPS, at least I imagine. Candelabrador gets. So now let's see everything. Still going to take Empty Tome over Candelabrador. But now, I guess I'll make my way towards Wings and the Attract Orb. Might as well try level it up and just enjoy the damage getting better and better. And I guess in the meantime, I could talk about why I was almost disappointed that this update came out so early. It's because I'm already infatuated, at least for the past week, with Patrick's Parabox. The game came out, and it's actually the puzzle game of my and potentially your dreams. I'm just stoked about it because I got really hyped up for Hyperbolica, but then it wasn't the type of game that I was hoping it was. So I was a bit let down by that. But this game is not a letdown, and I'm unbelievably happy about it. So if for some reason you got disillusioned by my recommendations after seeing the disappointment of Hyperbolica, fear not, this game is incredible. It's actually really good for non-puzzle game fans too. I just finished recording the main game of it, and it is just basically flawless all the way through. And it's not a puzzle game that is going to hurt your brain in the way you think. This game shines through its ideas. It's not obscenely hard, it's just obscenely mesmerizing. Like, you ever go to one of those YouTube videos of looking up at a fractal zoom in? That's kind of what this game feels like. You're just kind of zooming in forever, and it's mind-blowing, but also somewhat comprehensible. If you've ever played Baba Is You and thought that these ideas are really cool, but by God, this game is so hard, so I can't continue, then this will be the perfect puzzle game for you. The ideas are amazing, and the puzzles are incredibly fair. I would, in my honest opinion, say that they're easy, even borderline too easy, but not quite too easy. But they're certainly very easy, at least most of them, right? But they are structured in a way that they take the impossible and make it feel easy. They just cater perfectly to non-puzzle game experts, by walking you through the small ideas before introducing you to the large ones and ramping it in such a way that it can make the impossible seem natural to even puzzle game novices. So I highly recommend checking it out if you don't check out too many puzzle games. I don't even give a shit if you watch my videos on it. That's not what it's about. Just play the damn game. It's one of the best games to come out this year, undoubtedly. It might be my puzzle game of the year. Ooh, and I get a jackpot right there. Look at that beauty. It's certainly my puzzle game of the year so far, but it also depends on how good the post-game content is, too. I've had puzzle games I've really enjoyed, 10 out of 10 puzzle games, get slightly soured by not enjoying the post-game content as much. Usually not enough to ruin my rating on it, but still. Also, I think I just got 3 levels of wings from that chest. That's nice. I've had a good chunk of puzzle games that I would consider 10 out of 10s. Although I've also played so many puzzle games, I guess that's bound to happen. But out of some of those puzzle games, some of them didn't have the most satisfying end game. Baba Is You had an incredible end game. Supra Land, I thought, had an incredible end game / post game. Because there's a power-up you can get that literally lets you jump 100 feet off the ground. But that doesn't make much sense if you haven't played the game. It's just a ton of fun. It's another 10 out of 10. Elekhead had an incredible end game. So, I mean, I'm rooting for it. If the game's been a 10 out of 10 so far, Patrick Sparrowbox, and I imagine the end game or post game to be just as good. Well, I guess we'll see. I'm just so excited for when the videos come out for you guys to experience some of the end game and post game stuff with me. Should be fun. Anyways, happy to evolve the 1000 Edge knife. These are huge knives. Oh, I got Labora. I forgot I still need an evolved weapon. Wait, is Labora going to dominate in this run? I kind of have all of the synergy for it. Oh god, it is. Oh, Labora is kind of the king at high DPS. Although I did outdo it on Green Acres with the evolved guns. Although I bet evolved Super Labora could outdamage the guns on Green Acres. Just because more HP generally means you're going to have a higher cap of damage. But this will be a good test for the... What's it called? No Future? Yeah, this will be a good test for the No Future, just to compare to the Extreme Labora. Look at this shit! It's a green ball of death, and I have the Bibles. Hold on, let me just stand still. Yeah, the Laboras is so bright, you can't even tell I have a shield. Well, I guess I'm not going to be going anywhere for 8 minutes. See ya at the hard 29-minute mark. Let the hard minutes begin. We're now in minute 28. I haven't had to move. I just kind of chose to move just so I could get to a more open area. How do we do? So far, well, they're getting past the Bibles. Ooh, but do not get any closer. You will get destroyed. I think it's actually going quite well so far. Yes, this is very sustainable. Still don't need to move. But it gave me a bit of a scare. Minute 29 is going to be way more terrifying, no doubt. I finally turned off flashing VFX, and actually no more stuttering, so maybe it was unrelated. What I'm trying to do is follow a single one of these No Future projectiles just around, just to try to catch up with it, because its projectile speed is uncomparable. It's the fastest of anything you're going to see in this game. I can't keep track of it. I mean, I can keep track of it for a short period of time, but then sometimes there's an overlap, and I lose track of which is which. There's so much. So many explosions, but here we go. It's the real minute. Minute 29, how do I do? Do I need to hide in frozen dudes? Well, I do need to move a little bit. Slight movement, but it's only slight. It is very tricky, but I think Labora is actually helping out a ton here. Yeah, not gonna lie, I think Labora is hard carrying. Well, tons of levels, and it's just gonna keep leveling. I don't even see a single thing of projectiles, but I just assume it's happening. Kinda shredding. This is 50% curse on Dairy Plant. This is going well. These guys are being destroyed. It does help that everything is frozen, but that doesn't matter. Things are still getting pushed towards me. There's still threats, and there's still some non-frozen making it by. What I am most interested in, though, is to see how much XP I'll get after everything disappears. Hopefully the Reaper does not kill me before I get a chance to collect all this XP. Actually, you know what? I could do some XP hunting right now. Why not? Just run into the frozen dudes. I'll probably pick up something on the edge. Emphasis on probably. Like, what's these red gems over here? You know, are these gonna give me things? Oh, yeah, got some levels. How we doing? Just in time for the Reaper to show its ugly face. If I get a level wrecker, I will be so happy. Nope, didn't happen, but there are still some gems here, so there's a chance. And 150. That's pretty good. I think that's my second best all time. So really good run. Nice. All right, let's see what hard carried in damage. Well, it was Labora, but No Future did pretty good. Also, No Future was here for 25.5 minutes, so that was skewed. I really feel like No Future was kind of on par with Labora. 17,000 DPS is pretty sick too. Anyways, I unlocked the new map, so I'll be checking that out next time. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you all in the next Vampire Survivors video. It's going to be this and Patrick's Parabox in tandem because they're two hype games that are fresh and new. So I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.